People are mystified at how some traders are able to pull up a chart and almost know what's going to happen before it actually does. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you the secrets to price action. So that way you're able to start looking at a chart and know with probabilities what's about to happen before it does. So let's dive in. You see, professional traders don't have a crystal ball. We just understand a few things that most people don't. See, everyone knows that trading is completely rigged, but they don't know this. You get to choose which team you want to be on. You can choose to be on the winning team, or you can choose to be on the losing team every single time. And without understanding this secret that I'm about to tell you right now, everyone automatically chooses to be on the losing team. In order to be on the winning team in trading, you need to understand how the smart money thinks, and you need to understand how the dumb money thinks. The smart money is where the 10% of the successful traders actually lie. The dumb money is where the 90% of the crowd lies. They're the ones that are always losing. And why is this? Well, let's walk through this. I'm going to explain this to you. Let's say we've got a house here, okay? And nice little windows. My drawings, I'm known for the drawings, by the way. So let's say we have 30 people inside this house. It is a poppin' party. And I walk up to you and I say, what is this person right here thinking? I don't know. They're thirsty. They're hungry. They want to leave. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, let's look at this other scenario. What if smoke starts to pour out of the roof of this house and out of the windows, fills the entire room? What is every single person inside this house thinking right now? Get out, right? Emotions make people predictable. The smart money understands this. Everyone else is playing into the game of emotions, and that's what puts them automatically into the dumb money category, the 90% of losers and failures here in the stock market. So if we pull up now a chart and start walking through this, price action is going to reveal where the smart money is and where the dumb money is. That was really solid right there. Price action is also going to reveal the emotions of the dumb money, which then allows us to predict with high probability what's about to happen. So how does this work? Whenever a market starts to run, we know that dumb money sees that as a buying sign every single time. So if we look back here on Tesla, this is current in Tesla right now. So again, I'm going to show you a few predictions of probability of what I see on Tesla. And then anyone watching in the future, you can check up on this and see if I'm right or not. If I'm right, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, getting back to this, the dumb money is always going to be late to the party. They are, let's just go back to this here. So Tesla's been selling off like crazy. When does everyone start to sell their long positions? They don't sell it up here when price action starts to tell you that reversals are coming through and strength is leaving. No, they don't do that. They hope. They turn into hope mode. Well, it'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. So all the buyers that bought all through here when Tesla was running up, they're now exiting down through here. Not just that, they're now finally starting to go short down in this range. And so if we start to think how dumb money is feeling right now, dumb money is losing from the buy, and they are now starting to go short all through here. And we know that because huge moves always bring in the dumb money. The next thing that's showing me that this is where all the dumb money is starting to come in is look at the volume that's starting to step in these areas. It's so much higher than the rest of the volume. Dumb money comes in heavy and there's a lot of us. And so the volume is going to start to reflect where that is. You can also start to see it at these highs. When Tesla is running, look at the volume building up through here. That is a really good indicator that dumb money is now starting to play the games. And when dumb money starts playing the games, we can now use their emotions because they are predictable and understand what's going to happen. I'm not telling you to trade this way, but when I figured this out, I literally just started doing the opposite of how I was feeling. If I was super bearish on this and I started to see this volume come through, it's time to go bullish. And whenever I'm super bullish up here and I start to see this volume coming through, because the dumb money is always associated with your natural instincts, okay? Your natural instincts are feeling those emotions. And remember, the smart money is using the emotions because it's predictable. So if we know dumb money starting to step in through here, let's fast forward on this. Again, I'm not trying to show you what the price action is going to do on this. I'm trying to show you how to see the smart money and the dumb money. So we fast forward through here. Wow, what a shocker that the bulls start to bounce back through, right? And so it starts to run, and we're hanging out. Big volume starting to come back in. It's taking a little while, and there we go. Now Tesla is starting to really take off. This looks very, very good. Now, if you understand price action, you know where the bulls should be. So bulls should be right here. If we get a retest on Tesla, this is where it should be bought up at. Now, the key to understanding price action is to understand what should happen. If you can understand what should happen, now you can see if the bulls stepped in there or not. And that gives you a really good idea of where the strength actually is. So you can exit before bears come in, or you can get in before the big bull move comes. So remember, this is our buying area here. Let's fast forward and see if the bulls end up coming in there or not. Still running, comes down, and this thing gets whooped. Bulls did not come in very strong right here. I did not see the bulls hold this level. In fact, it closed across. Look at this volume coming through. This is a lot of the smart money seeing the signs here and going, nope, I bought and now it's time to close. My bulls did not come in where they should have. And another clue that we have actually over here is the fact that the bulls established a higher low here. Higher lows should not be taken out. So if I was looking at this, I would see this higher low being broken, and that would just cancel this entry altogether. But if we were to get in here, I would see where the bulls are not at. Everyone that started to chase up into this range are now losing big time. And the smart money that didn't chase up here with the dumb money, they waited for the dip. Well, the dip came, the sentiment came through, and it didn't play out. So if I were in on this trade, I would either be pushing my stop up pretty tight, or I'd be waiting to see if we get a little bit of a bounce, retest where the bulls should have been, right? Old support is now resistance. This is where bulls should have held. Odds are we bounce back up into there and it gets rejected back down. That just makes logical sense. That's price action in a nutshell. There we go. This is the place to start to exit because of what the price action did over here. The bulls should have held this higher low and continued higher. You can see that they tried to buy it up right there. It failed, came back down. It went to the buying zone. The buying zone should have had some strong buying there. This should have had a huge lower wick on it. It didn't. That's strike two. Strike one, taking this guy out. Strike two, no bulls where they should have been. Smart money is seeing these probabilities and exiting ahead of time. And you can use the exact same tools here to help you to see, hey, this is where it should have been. It didn't bounce. It's time to bounce back out. So we fast forward this just a little bit longer. And boom, it starts to pop up really high here. But again, these things have not gone away. Unless we get a close back up above these highs, I am not leaning bullish. In fact, I'm leaning more bearish on this. So we're starting to see big time volume coming back in. What does big volume mean? Odds are dumb money is probably starting to chase this a little bit. They're starting to see, oh man, like I just got stopped out of this trade. It's starting to run. Tesla's going to run without me. Their emotions are predictable, right? So what are the main two emotions that the smart money uses against the dumb money? It is FOMO and it is fear. If we can identify where the dumb money is feeling FOMO and where they're feeling fear, we can now start to predict with high probabilities what's about to happen next. Because, my friends, these candles are made up of people. A lot of algorithms, but people. And so if people are predictable, if people are the ones pressing the buttons to get in and out, and we understand their emotions, now we can start getting an edge and catching those big moves. I know that dumb money is loading in here. Volume is telling me that. Big moves are telling me that. And this sentiment over here is telling me that they're starting to get FOMO. They got stopped out here, and then they're starting to see, oh man, it's leaving without me. I'm going to get back in. If Tesla were to close up above this, I would trust it and start buying some dips again. But this price action's telling me, wait. So if I know that the dumb money's buying here because of FOMO, we've identified that emotion, then if it starts to break back down, we're going to get some serious selling because now you have all the dumb money back in on some pretty heavy size, and they are going to have to sell the fear is going to come in, and we can ride that bearish and make money to the downside because we know how predictable the dumb money actually is. And it's just simply doing the opposite of what the dumb money is constantly doing. So let's fast forward this here. Bulls should be buying up right here, and then we get the gap down. This gap down is starting to do what? Put fear into everybody that bought right here. How are they feeling this morning? If you bought right here, how are you feeling right here? Worried, sad, losing money, scared, hoping it bounces, hoping it runs, hoping you can get back to break even. All of these emotions now go into it in the sense of, if this were to bounce, the bear should now be right here. All these emotions are going to start to play in. Again, what's that hope going to start to do if it starts to bounce? A lot of people are going to start to exit back at break even. A lot of people are going to start to maybe double down and say, maybe this is just a trap, right? So now I know if we start taking this low out, we will get some serious selling. And all of this price action over here told me the bulls were not strong. Don't chase, at least until the bulls claim and start showing strength again. So if we fast forward this a little bit here, great. Strong move back up, but what is this? This is your bear area. Again, if we start getting strong closures up above this, I'll start leaning bullish. For right now, it's more about leaning bearish. This would be the place where I would start getting in short, because I feel like everyone that's trapped on this is either hoping it goes higher, and so if it starts to reverse, they're going to start to sell even more, which is going to cause a lot more selling and make easy money. Or they're going to start exiting for a smaller loss all throughout this area, which means it should be rotating back over. I'm just not sure yet. That's why I have my risk in the right place where I know I'm wrong. And then I have my reward that should be about twice the amount of that risk. So let's fast forward this here. Goes up a little bit more. Boom. Big gap down. What did we say if we get back below this candle here? People are really stressing now. There's a lot of fear coming in. I believe that Tesla's probably going to keep on falling. Let's fast forward this and see if we're at live action yet. There we go. We're live action, at least at the time of this recording. So now I think, yes, Tesla could come back up and fill the gaps, but there is a very high probability based on the dumb money's emotion and based on this price action of what the bulls should have done that they didn't, that Tesla will most likely drop. Now, how will you know that Tesla's getting ready for a bounce? Simple. How would the dumb money be feeling and reacting, and where? I'm looking at this support down through here around 200 and even probably here around 250, because if I zoom out a little bit more, this is a very strong support. This is the first place where I believe some bulls are going to be at. And if Tesla is sinking hard and volume starts to come back in pretty heavy, the dumb money is at max pain, right? Everyone that bought through here, they're finally giving up. Their hopes are dashed. They don't believe it's going to bounce anymore, which is about the time that's going to bounce. And everybody's going, oh my gosh, this is so bearish. I'm going to start shorting this. I'm going to start buying puts. Up here was the place to start buying puts. And how did we know that? We knew that because this is where the bulls should have been. And so the area where the bulls should have been, if they fail, it now turns into where the bear should be. And so this is your place to short. And then a rotation over. Does that mean you can't make money on the way down? No, you totally can. I would day trade this lower. It's still not even that bad of an entry, probably down through here. But you also have to understand too that it's a probability. There are no guarantees in this market. So everything is a probability. Don't ever load the boat on one trade because you never know which one's going to work and which one isn't. I don't know if Elon's going to tweet something that's going to cause his stock to go up 20% overnight. It can happen. So the probability, the sentiment is to the bear side right now. But I have my line in the sand. Now that we have a lower high through here, I now know the bears have to defend 320. So if we start getting up above 320, I can cut and I can lose small. And not just that, but I can start to ride that momentum bullish because everyone's going to be trapped on the bear side here. Until that happens, I'm leaning bearish. So I'd be going in short, waiting for rotations to come, waiting for some pretty large drops to come through like this, start finding some big momentum to come through, and start reading the emotions of the dumb money. Everyone that's hoping and getting their hopes dashed, everyone that's chasing and now finally sees this big bear move is like, oh, I'm going to go short. Tesla's going to nothing. I'm going to guess that's going to be around 250 to 200 range. Somewhere in there, we're going to start seeing those signs. And that's where I personally start looking at a smaller time frame for the bulls to start showing me hints on price action that they're starting to gain some traction and take back over. If you can simply understand how this game is played and understand the difference of the smart money and the dumb money, you're going to see so much more success in your trading. Constantly ask yourself, am I trading right now like the dumb money would? Or am I trading like the smart money? Am I being patient? Am I waiting for the markets to reveal their hand? Am I waiting for everyone else to lose and then for me to take advantage of that situation and make money with the 10%, with the smart money? Again, you get to choose which team you want to be on. Don't let your emotions sucker you into the losing team. Instead, use those emotions to show you where the dumb money is so that you can now start to turn things around and be on the winning team. My friends, if you found this video valuable, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are so close to hitting that 100,000 subscriber mark. Help us cross that threshold so that we can help even more people on their trading journey. And speaking of helping you on your trading journey, if you are struggling right now in your trading, or maybe you're brand new, we have courses for all levels completely for free. So check out the links down below. Enjoy them. They're yours forever. Go through them as many times as you want. We have hours and hours of free courses to help any level trader, to help you start seeing more consistent results in your trading.